Okay. Like I said, I could give up beer, but I don't think I could ever give up coffee. Caffeine has a hold on me. And it's gotta be Dunkin' Donuts is the best tasting coffee I've ever had. I can drink Wawas and 7-Elevens. Theirs is pretty good. I hate Starbucks. I absolutely hate theirs. Folgers... Folgers taste like gasoline. I don't know what the hell they put in their coffee, but it tastes awful. Although my brother-in-law recommend there's like one from Trader Joe's. It's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. I've always just drank French vanilla Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Why do I keep going to that? And it's always... It just starts my day. I feel like I just... Product placement. This stream brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. I wish it was. Because then they'd be paying me. Oh. This music sounds like a carousel. I swear, I wish they would have put, people in this game with the music boxes and with the dancing monkey. I guess they couldn't afford to put the dancing monkey in the game.
How you doing, Evie?
Oh wait, you know what? Wasn't there a locked chest somewhere? I thought I marked it on the map. Does that not stick around even though... There it is. I want to get this first. I want to see what's inside that. I almost forgot about it. I mean, they have a particular issue with designing pet, animals in this game. Or in this series. Like, even in this game, they're actually kind of low poly. I guess since it's because they're more, like, environmental, rather than playing a direct part in the game. Like, even with that dog, he kind of didn't look right. Like, it's not like D-Dog from Metal Gear Solid 5. Oh, that's the landmark. Well, it's fine. It's right on the landmark, so... Oh, thank God.
Watch it.
I meant D-Dog. I said D-Dog from Metal Gear Solid 5, right? I know what you're... I'm slow. Don't even... I'm drunk. I'm drunk on caffeine. I revealed my secret. I Irished up this coffee. No, I didn't. There it is.
What's she doing?
Picking the lock. I highly doubt that's better than the Spring Heel Jack belt. Alright, now I can get out of here. Wait, wasn't there another one that I marked? Yeah, that one. Now see, they said they concentrated more on the modern day story, but in all honesty, I'm doing these main missions. They really didn't. I actually kind of think they did more so than, in Black Flag and Rogue than they did in this game so far. Now, what they did do a little different was in that, like, World War I segment, you learned a lot. You learned that Juno, who got released in Assassin's Creed 3, one of the beings from, the Precursor era, she gives you a lot of background on that whole, on the whole them and the humans thing in that World War I segment. And that was kind of cool. So I think that's what they were talking about. But there's actually, this is the least amount of modern day segments that I think has been in this game. And here's the thing, too. In this game, and it's probably true for Rogue, or not Rogue, it's probably true for Unity as well, you can't, like, you can't step out of the Animus and walk around freely like you could with Rogue and Black Flag.
And they always seem so jolly, oh, so jolly, oh, so jolly, oh, they always seem so jolly, oh,
Later, Matt. Thanks for stopping by.
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the Prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with a room marked Secret Vault...
Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend, the plans you asked for have been removed.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick, or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
Alright, that made no sense because I did the Duleep Singh missions before this part. Before he was introduced as a character.
We're going to need a plan.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful.
I know that look. Yeah, if some of you, I don't think anyone here has missed it, but I just want to make a point here. They really did not care about that DLC. The Dulip Singh missions and the Dickens and Darwin's conspiracy missions. That just now makes me think that those DLC missions were strictly an afterthought. Like, if they couldn't have proved it any more than before, that was where it just, like, set it in stone. That they didn't give a shit about that DLC. If they gave a shit about that DLC, either of them, because I think this did happen for Darwin's and Dickens as well. Darwin's and Dickens are formally introduced in the main game. And I think with at least one of them, I wasn't introduced to one of the two until after I had already done the Darwin's and Dickens conspiracy DLC. The same thing happened with Dulip Singh just there. I was supposed to be introduced to him then. And if they actually cared about the Dulip Singh DLC, I forget what the actual title of it is. They would have waited to program that side content to only appear after I'm first introduced to Dulip Singh. So that would be right after this mission. I would be able to do his side missions. But it's like plain as day, they didn't care about the DLC. I don't know if it was Ubisoft that said, we need some DLC for this game, so make it, and maybe the actual developers of this game were like, we don't really, like, the Jack the Ripper DLC was probably what they wanted to do, and that's why it was released a few months later. Dulip Singh and Darwin's and Dickens, I don't think they cared to do it. I think Ubisoft just wanted them to do more DLC because they needed to fill some sort of weird quota. I don't know. Could be anything. But maybe someone just told the developers, we need more DLC content so people can put more money into this game. So they were like, well, let's just base some of this DLC on some of the characters in this game, and like, it seemed like, oh yeah, we're gonna do something with this, and either they were rushed or they just stopped caring at one point, because at the end of the quest lines for both of those DLCs, it really ended anticlimactically. Like, they barely had any cutscenes, and they really didn't have an ending to them. Like, the ending was just kind of like them saying, oh, thanks for the help, you were great. So yeah, they dropped the ball there pretty badly with the DLC. And it's very prevalent that they just did not give a shit about that. They genuinely wanted the Jack the Ripper DLC to be good, because I mostly have not heard bad things about it outside of maybe a few bugs and glitches, but that's it. And hi, Kuzel, sorry, I had to go on my little rant before I said hi. It's in pounds because it's in England. You haven't beat the... Is that because you find it too tough, or you just really haven't gotten into it much? No, Evie, don't... Evie, I want you to do the Leap of Faith, honey. There. Oh my god! He dislocated his neck. Oh, god damn it. Wow, I'm actually a little surprised by that. Oops. Let's take that from the top. I accidentally used the execution. I keep forgetting that you shoot them in the head with your handgun when you do that, and it alerts everybody around you. Nice brief. It's only 2 in Brotherhood that actually take place in Italy. There we go.
That's not them.
So I actually have to go to him to use a distraction?
What's the plan?
When you give the signal, I'll draw the guards into a fight and then use a smoke bomb to get away.
And I'll take advantage of the confusion. Ready?
Absolutely.
So what button do I use? Alright, get rid of these spotters. Yeah, this is, Syndicate is unique in that it has 2 characters. They're twins. They're, Evie and Jacob Fry. Both of them I actually really like. They have some character growth, actually. More so Evie than Jacob. Like, you can kind of tell that, Evie and Henry kind of want to bump uglies at some point. So there's character growth there. But Jacob's kind of just Jacob. He's a likable character, but he doesn't really have any character growth. So, I like both of these characters better than almost every previous player character in the game, with the exception of Ezio. Ezio's still number 1. Nah, Sprafe, I wouldn't agree with you there. If he was generic white guy protagonist, he would be incredibly serious and have, like, this really grady Chainsmoker voice. Jacob's too much of a happy-go-lucky, like, confident, like, in his prime assassin to really be generic white guy character. I would say that type of character definitely goes to Shay, and to a lesser degree, Edward. Although Edward had some character growth in that, although his was kind of unbelievable, because he didn't have character, well, it was believable but unbelievable. Edward's character only grew after he lost someone very close to him, James Kidd. Sorry, Kuzel, like, that was spoilers. You haven't played the game yet. But I did already play the game, and most people watched it, so... I don't know, I like Jacob more than Edward. Not that Edward was a bad character, I just find Jacob... I find Jacob a good character because he still has a strong head on his shoulders. He's not completely selfish. I mean, he does show some selfishness, but not too much. I don't know how to use or Henry's distractions. Like, they don't give you a button to do it with. Oh, there it is. It finally came up. Did I not do it? Oh, he's making his way over. Okay, they don't give a shit about him until he actually gets there.
I'm standing right over here. Some guards you are.
Are you asking for a thrashing?
Over there!
Evie. Evie, grab onto the... Evie. Enter.
Nothing here.
Yeah, but Jacob was ambitious. He wanted to start his own gang. Jacob and Ed. Hi, Cece. Like, Edward had completely selfish reasons for doing a lot of what he did. I mean, Jacob's selfish, but to a lesser degree. He also wants to help his cause. I mean, it's kind of hard to compare the two because they come from completely different backgrounds. One's a pirate, and the other one's already in the Assassin Order. Also, they genuinely act like sister and brother, too. Anyone who has a sibling would know what I mean in that regard. You love your family, but you like to drive each other nuts sometimes. That's always the case. Alright, I have to find... I just have to make him distract guards a second time. Wonder if it'll do it. Oh, okay. I really didn't have to make use of this side objective, but it was nice to have.
Come back here!
No, it feels like I have to ask someone where the plans are.
He didn't have a cause at first. James Kidd was trying to bring him to become more serious in the Order, and then he kind of felt guilty. Sorry, Kuzel, but this is totally spoilers. Well, to be honest, like, Jacob and Evie, they're part of the Assassin Order, but they're Evie's more motivated by the Assassin Order, but Jacob's ambitious in that he wants to take over England. He wants to take over England with his gang. He wanted to make a gang, then he wanted to make them powerful. So, even though he's part of the Assassin Order and he supports it, he has his own ambitions. They actually kind of share...
The leader of the Rooks is in the vicinity!
Crap. Shut up. There. I need him to turn around. I think it's, I get what you're saying, though. I think it's just kind of more personal taste than anything. I think... Alright, I'm gonna have to do it a third time. This group. Wait. Can I not do it a third time? What, did I really only have 2 times that I could use Henry Green's distraction? That kinda sucks. Alright, let's do this then. It killed the one guy that didn't go crazy. I think I can get this one, though. I wonder if I can fail this if I kill every Templar in the area. Oh, there's this guy up here. I forgot about him.
I swear, miss, I don't know where they've taken him.
Taken who?
The man, dressed like you. The guards dragged him off.
Henry.
Oh, that's
The
why.
plans you stole, where are they?
I don't know anything about that.
The plans. The mission.
Alright, you told me what I needed to know, so I'll spare your life and just knock you out.
Much riffraff in this city these days.
But yeah, what did I say if I had to rank the characters? I forget if I put Connor ahead of Edward or not. They're kind of like even for me. But I know Ezio's top dog. I'll keep the twins together. So they're both number 2. His throwing knife missed its target. Clearly he fought back.
Over here, miss.
Hold on, I need to... Clearly visible footprints. The guard who left them was much heavier than the others.
Miss Fry.
Or was carrying something, or someone.
You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
I bit one of them good, though.
They dragged him off in a red carriage.
They won't get far, though. One wheel looked like it was about ready to fall off. You can see the cart tracks. It looks so wobbly-like.
I can actually see it in the ground a little. Two carriages. This is really cool too, the investigation missions.
That cart's been run off the road. They must be driving quickly.
Oh, that was the second carriage.
On you go now.
How uninteresting life would be if no one had any flaws.
They're knocking people over, too. And destruction of public property. I must be on the right track.
Or this could be stuff that I did earlier in the game. Because, like, you don't really drive very well in this game. Yep, a lot of horses.
That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
Kill guards using hanging barrels. Where are the hanging barrels? I thought I saw a couple. I could have sworn I saw a bunch. Oh well. Time for you to die. I need to speak to this lady.
I don't know anything about the carriage, but there's been some strange happenings around here today. All kinds of unsavory types wandering around, armed to the teeth. I don't like it one bit.
Henry.
It's right there already? But is this him up here? Oh, he's down there. How the hell did I find him like that?
She seems occupied. Damnation! Help! Murder! Help!
God damn it, get out of my way, lady.
No.
Oh, we have a visitor!
Get out of my way, lady! There. Her fat head was in my way. Is that guy just gonna stand there the whole time? There.
Yeah, I saw them dragging someone out of the carriage after the wheel fell off. They said he'd hit his head. Not sure why they needed to take him to the church, but that's where they went.
I ought to write a book on the oddities of the human behavior.
How do I get down there? I don't think I can get down there from here. I guess that's what the entry point's for. Does it make things easier for me if I talk to everybody? Because I already kind of accidentally found Henry.
It will bring happiness to your entire family. You won't regret your choice. Don't be shocked. Give in to temptation. Those who say money can't buy happiness ain't shocked here. Your pennies away from an to see what that noise.
Ah, crap.
Get away from here.
Someone's kicked the bucket.
We have a situation.
Is she quite all right?
Right woman is here.
Whatever she's doing there, I want no part of it.
What the fuck? Oh. I thought I was going after the civilian by accident. I don't think they actually let you do that in this game. Just knife him.
Yeah, dead.
Yes, they pulled someone out of that carriage. Dead drunk he was. They carried him into the churchyard. Maybe he wanted a quiet place to sleep it off.
she around here?
Whoops.
I could have sworn I'd locked this gate. This is supposed to be locked. Bloody urchins opened it again, no doubt.
Okay, so that really didn't make a difference. It's actually quite hard to categorize Assassin's Creed as a stealth game. I kind of consider it more of an open-world adventure game, or an open-world action game with stealth elements. Hitman is a stealth game. Even though you can still do the guns blazing thing, they encourage you to do stealth. Because it's actually very hard, if you're playing on the game on anything other than easy, it's very hard in the Hitman series to recover from being made. They made it a little bit easier since Absolution, but it's still kind of difficult.
Is he coming around?
I don't know. We knocked him around pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
They're right above it, aren't they? Please tell me they're right above it. Ah, fuck me. I fell.
Ready for fire?
Failed the full sync. So much for that. I attribute that to line of sight. Or not line of sight, depth perception.
Evie, they sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
Oh, maybe I'll have another chance.
What about the plans?
The plans are lost!
Evie, I'm sorry.
Just concentrate on escaping, please.
Okay.
Gunman on the rooftop.
What the fuck? The fuck's this gunman? Oh. That was incredibly awkward. Henry. Henry, stop wigging out, buddy.
Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures the shroud.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone! I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green. She is not happy with him. That's alright.
My mother won't be home for hours.
I'll be late for work.
I don't care as much when I'm playing with others. I think I'm actually a little more calm when I'm streaming. I lose my patience a little bit more, actually, I think, when I'm not. Used to sit in vents for half an hour sobbing whenever he'd play Alien Isolation as well. Alien Isolation is... like, the main reason why I haven't gotten back to that game, and I question whether or not I will, is because... it's fun, it has some really nice elements to it, but it quickly gets frustrating and boring because of the save feature. There aren't really checkpoints in the game, so if you die, you start back from your last save point, and they don't have too many save points. And I see why they were going with that approach, because they want you to be tense because they want you to not die, because if you do, now you've lost progress and you have to start over. So I get what they were going with that, and that does make things more tense because you don't want to lose your progress, but it also has the problem of making it more annoying, because if you keep failing on different parts, but you go back to the same save over and over, it quickly goes from being intense to just frustrating and boring. And that's part of the reason why I decided not to go back to that game. I mean, if I have a lot of time on my hands, then I wouldn't mind, but... other than the weekends, I really only have like a 3-hour window to play video games. Because there's other things I have to do, and then I have to get ready for work. I have enough time to play games like these. So it's not like I can only afford to play games for like a half hour or something like that. But still. And I don't have the same patience with stuff like that anymore. Like, I have to be making progress. If I feel like I'm repeatedly dying on the same parts and I'm spending too long in a certain area, I start losing interest. That's typically why when I play games, when I play single-player games like this and stream them, I don't play it on the hardest difficulty, I play it on normal. Wait, is there a... No, there's no train mission. Also, the horror aspect's kind of lost on me because I don't typically get scared at video games. I don't typically get scared at movies either. I get spooked. I'll get spooked a lot, but I won't get, like, genuinely terrified. It's actually quite rare. And it's not like I don't want to be. Like, when I'm playing those kind of games, it's nice to get scared, because that's what they're trying to do for you, but... I don't get stressed. I've never gotten stressed. Maybe when I was a kid, like the zombie turn in the original Resident Evil, like, I skipped that part and I looked away because that scared me as a kid. It doesn't anymore, obviously, but... They actually had that... They had a still at the very beginning of the, in the intro to Resident Evil 2, they had a still of that zombie turning around. And it looked ugly. So yeah, I did not like that when I was a kid. The only reason I could play Resident Evil is because I played my uncle's PlayStation 1 because my grandparents would look after us as a kid. And that was around the time that he was divorced, so he moved back at home. But he was typically at work during the day, so during the summers, we'd play his PlayStation games. So I played that, I played Need for Speed, Wipeout. That's why we ended up getting our own PlayStation, because we like those kind of games. My parents never played video games with me, they both worked. When they were younger, well, like, I think before I was even born, they would, like, play regular Nintendo and Atari, but after that, they didn't really have time anymore, because they both worked. And since they're older now, they can't really get into games like this. But my mom plays, like, those PopCap type of games. My older brother was afraid of skeletons. I remember that much. I was only scared of that one zombie at the very beginning of Resident Evil. In that cutscene. That was really the only thing that I can recall that genuinely terrified me. But everything else about that game was fine. I didn't really like dying either. So I made absolutely sure I was always healthy in that game. Because back then, the deaths in that game were actually quite gory. I don't know why they stopped doing that either. Well, they kind of did, and then they didn't. Like, especially Revelations 2, that has some brutal deaths in it. You know, another thing that terrified me as well was Resident Evil... Why am I walking to this? It was Resident Evil Code Veronica, that one part where you have to crush something that's in this, like, crystal thing, and the only way you can crush it was with this trap. You had to put it in there and get out of there fast enough, because if you stalled for more than, like, 2 seconds, I think, it would crush you and you die. And the actual terrifying aspect of it was that it would be really fast, but also the death scene, because all you see is like blood coming out of the bottom of it, so that actually really freaked me out. I wasn't even playing at the time. I think I was watching my brother play that part. I don't even really like Code Veronica that much because it's actually one of the hardest Resident Evils I've ever played. That one and Zero, I think, are the two most difficult in the series. A lot of people say Zero is. I never finished either of them. I've only, like, watched people play them in their entirety. I own the HD remaster of Resident Evil Zero, so I will play and finish that one like I should have. That won't be the next thing I do, though. The next thing is Deus Ex.
What has happened?
Your brother.
What's he done this time?
The newspapers are all over Tupani's murder, and if that weren't enough, someone has stolen the currency printing plates. Was that also Jacob's doing?
I doubt it.
Now, no one trusts the bank or England's currency. There will be inflation, riots, manufacturing will jump to America for the cheap labor. In short, Britain is done for.
Jacob, you've really put your foot in it now. What if I smuggle the plates back into the bank?
Well, it'd certainly help. Better yet, it would call into question the stories on Tupani's murder, which would restore confidence in the economy.
That's settled then. Britain lives to see another day.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, would you mind destroying any counterfeit notes you come across so they don't circulate?
Of course.
It really is very good of you to help. Follow me. The counterfeit money is being spent nearby. Well, if you can call it counterfeit. With those printing plates, it's nearly impossible to tell the real notes from the fake ones.
Mr. Aberline.
If this gets out... Well, I've said this already. When people don't trust their currency, and we're already seeing riots...
Mr. Aberline.
I have the utmost faith in you, Miss Fry.
You two, follow me. I don't wish to be robbed on my way to the cart.
The counterfeiters.
Heard about the rioting at the bank?
They can riot all they like. We won't be giving back those plates.
What difference does it make? It's not like he has any real cash on him.
Since we've got the printing plates, it's all real cash.
Did you hear those crowds? Sounds like all of London is rioting.
Nothing to do with us.
I can't believe Jacobs managed to shatter the entire economy. Father was right. He acts in haste and repents not at all.
Where to now, sir?
Back home, if you please.
I'm assuming they placed this here for me. This would be very awkward on mouse and keyboard because you don't have the pressure-sensitive buttons like with this Xbox controller.
Easy, girl.
Keep your eyes open. Anyone could be trying to get in.
Yes, sir.
Burn the
Keep
counterfeit
this place
money.
locked down.
Yes, sir.
Steal the printing plates.
Guard this place as you would the Bank of England itself.
Absolutely, sir.
I have two objectives. Nah, not in this game, Kuzel. It's always the horses and the carriages. You can in the Ezio trilogy and in 3. Pretty sure you could in Revelations. Is there an entry point? I didn't want to jump down. Great. See if I can just make them go nuts. How does this remind you of Fable?
What the devil's got into you? I'll choke the life out of you.
Maybe Fable 2 a little, because of how they're dressed.
Haven't I seen her before?
I gotta be careful of him.
Must have been it.
Okay.
What's going on? Need help?
I must have missed her. Shit.
Okay, she's just being a dipshit, so... Yeah, Fable 2 was probably heavily influenced by 1800s London, or 1800s UK. Fable 2 was such a
Now
disappointment.
to sneak these back into the bank.
That guy really does not care about that body.
That's the creepiest woman I've ever seen.
I like the first one. The second one started out good. It peaked at the beginning, and then it just went downhill from there. And then I just kind of stopped caring about the series because I heard it didn't get any better with 3.
I shall not leave without my
You have a lot to answer for.
I
want you to tell me if this money's real or not.
Getting
Come
in
on,
if it's
then.
up to me.
Something must be done. You all should be ashamed.
I said stay back. No one gets in.
This could be rather useful.
This is an outrage!
Better keep an eye.
I want answers.
Now they can get in.
I want answers.
I want all my money converted to gold.
Stay back, I'm warning you.
There's no shouting! There's shouting!
Stay back, I'm warning you.
What the fuck is going on?
My money's safe.
My sister's ex told me he married a girl on there. This character and the girl were both white, and the girl gave birth to an Asian baby, apparently. So he killed them both.
That's enough. Come on, back out the door with you.
That is interesting, to say the least. Why can't I? Oh. There we go. Oh, there's an entry point right there. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Or not.
What are you doing back there, miss? Raise the alarm! Opening fire on her!
I didn't mean to do that. Like, I could have just fought them, but, like, it's just not worth it. I'm just gonna start. Because I didn't mean to jump down, and it's just, all hell's gonna break loose. I can approach that a lot better.
This is an outrage!
This part's easy to do anyway.
You absolute bunch of bankers, as in wankers!
Where's the gold? Prove it's still here.
to know my money's safe.
It's probably a game glitch, Kuzel. It probably read the data of who your partner was wrong.
You're not supposed to be here.
I want all my money converted to gold. For shouting!
Ladies and gentlemen, try to remain calm.
Where's the counterfeit money, though? I guess it's not showing up at all, so I don't know where it is. Maybe it's later.
There. As if they were never taken.
Yeah, I don't want to escape yet. I want to burn the counterfeit money. Hey, do you think there's no need for shouting? There's other areas around here, so... I don't think you did, Kuzel.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no need for shouting.
Maybe it's over here. It's gotta light up eventually. But all I see is places to hide. Where's the counterfeit money?
Ladies and gentlemen, try to remain calm.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe there's more to this mission. But I feel like it should be somewhere around here.
Ladies and gentlemen, try to remain calm.
I don't know. Maybe I should just finish the mission. I'm kind of getting tired of looking for it anyway. Found gray horses at a stable, wanted at Bailey, saved up 3,000 gold. To buy it took me a while, but got it eventually. I didn't know horses took fall damage. I jumped off a cliff. I cried for 2 hours. Oh god. still not over yet. So maybe there's more to it.
Don't be so absurd.
Nope, there isn't. I failed. Well, I failed the counterfeit
Well,
part.
the London papers are running the story of how it was all a hoax. No more riots.
What is up with the shadows?
Restored. Finally, I might get a quiet night on patrol. Miss Fry, I can't thank you enough.
Glad we've averted catastrophe, Sergeant. Although it's Jacob who should be thanking me.
This might be it for this sequence. Motion to impeach Blackguard suit. I have time for one more. If for some reason Microsoft keeps activating Skype to load on startup, and I don't want it to do that. I mean, it's not now, thankfully, but I've had to do that shit twice now. Yeah, we just had to work for him, actually. I forget, was it Benjamin Disraeli was the Prime Minister? Or was he just working for him?
That's very funny.
Most peculiar.
Jesus, that takedown. Alright, I failed that crowd event, even though I saved the guy. That's been a thing since the first game. The whole haystack thing. So this one's a Jacob mission, because they're switching me to him.
What's this nonsense about needing a password to see Lord Cardigan today?
Relax. I've got it in my pocket.
Look sharp, men. Allow no one past unless I authorize them.
Cardigan has gone too far this time. I've a mind to contact Scotland Yard myself.
Come now, gentlemen. I thought us united in opposition against this perfidious law.
I don't think I want a leap of faith. Easy entry into Parliament. Guards will move out of his way. This is another one where they're kind of independent of each other. Steal Lord Cardigan's password. Unlocks unique kill. I want to steal his passport first. Don't kill any policemen. There aren't too many guards around him. That guy gave me trouble, though. Do not get detected by the target.
Indeed.
Right, shall I take you to the law then?
I think I'll go after the police officer and kidnap him.
Balaclava. Of course it bloody is.
Ah, fuck! No, you don't. Come on, reset. Reset. That was my fault. That was all my fault. Thankfully, I can recover from that. I forgot to highlight the other guards in the area. Oh, come on, Jacob. Stop acting so weird.
Seems that practice bill is likely to pass.
What an odd thing to do for Australia.
You're still out there. You better hope I don't find you.
I just need to get inside. No need for this to get messy.
All right, all right. Just don't hurt me.
So supposedly I can get in here and they'll just move out of the way. They kinda did. Why is he doing that?
Where did he come from?
Great.
What do you think you're doing? You'll regret that, you will. He has some manners. I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Do that! Someone stop him!
Well, I got in, but then I failed that, so maybe I should talk to the politician now. As long as I don't kill the police, I'm fine. Right, there is no way in there from here. I have to go this way. Really? Where the fuck did he come from?
Someone's here.
You're done.
Do I have to talk to him? Or do I just have to or can I find him myself? That just leads outside.
Something's lurking.
Nah, this one in particular I had to play as Jacob. There's some missions where you can use either of them, some missions where you actually use both, and then there's some that you can only use one or the other. I'm guessing he's up this way. Oops. Or not. Seems like this is just a place you can hide. I think maybe I have to find a way up. Okay. He's kind of an idiot. Like, saw me, then he walked past. And yet he has eyes in the back of his head.
I see him. Give me the order and I'll shoot.
Because he was completely turned around when I made that kill.
United in opposition against this perfidious law. Surely such upstanding sentinels of Britannia are not wavering in their duties,
Password.
Balaclava.
Come in.
Now then, let's discuss this like... Good God! Who the bloody hell...
Oh, shut up.
I'm guessing that... I'm guessing I get the full sync. Because I did it that way.
Villain! Alas,
Scallywag!
that the hero of Balaclava should fall not on the gloried fields of Crimea, but to an assassin's blade in the very halls of power.
Are you finished yet?
Take your bow, knave, for you have managed what no Russian battery, what no Indian tiger could achieve. Claim your trophy, and may you choke on it.
Yes,
wow.
Do tell me more about Balaclava.
Farewell. Farewell, dear Britannia. Your dawn shall be dimmer that the Earl of Cardigan sees it not. God save the Queen and the 11th Hussars.
What a prick.
Kind of like the word fuck, Brits say, the word prick. A hell of a lot better than any American. Although they're kind of tied with, people from Boston. For people who say fuck. I still can't kill any police officers. I dodged a bullet.
You can't escape, boy.
Get him out of here.
For the root,
I still like that, even though it was a little odd. Prick's such a fun word to say, just like fuck. There we go. I can end on that note. Right at 9 o'clock too, so that's good. I give that a 3. It's the end of the sequence, I think. Here we go.
You okay?
Apart from the death squad on our tail, apart from that.
Backup's on the way. Why are you pushing yourself so hard? It's not your job to fight Templars.
I had this colleague. He was our boss's son. I didn't much care for him at the start. Everyone treated him like he was so bloody special. To me, he just wasn't invested in anything that didn't affect him personally. But I was wrong about him. He became my friend, put himself through hell, and he saved us all in the end. So, I reckon, well, I can't apologize to him, but I can try and live up to his example.
You are a good assassin.
Holy jeez!
Hello. It has been too long.
Galena! Blimey, I have not seen you since we blew up that lab in Paris.
There were many explosions and you screamed like a baby. Bishop tells me Otzoberg is here. I will kill him for you.
Super. Great news. Now, if you wouldn't mind keeping watch, I am going to lie down and die now.
Rest. We have a big fight coming.
Sean and Rebecca are safe for now, but we're still relying on you to find us that shroud.
Order has bred disorder. The sea rises to flood the pubs and extinguish the street lamps. Our city will die. Tupene has failed. Lucy has failed. Brudnell, Elliotson, Pearl. All have gone into the night. It is up to me now. The assassins have brought nature's fury into our homes. Men have become monsters, barreling toward us, teeth out. Our civilization must survive this onslaught. To prevent a return of the Dark Ages, I will start anew. London must be reborn.
The Peace of Eden is under Buckingham Palace. We've got all we need. Let's start planning our infiltration.
Hold on, better to get visual verification. If we're gonna move, we need to be 100% sure. We'll only get one shot before Otso Berg crashes down on us.
Gotta agree with Sean.
We'll position ourselves near the palace, but we'll wait for you to sync the genetic data before we move.
It's all up to you, Initiate.
I actually didn't think I'd get that much exposition. As soon as the game actually loads in, and I can move my characters when I'll quit.
You're late. Starrick is making his move. The Peace of Eden is somewhere inside Buckingham Palace.
Let him have it.
I've seen your handiwork across the city. Perhaps you should trust my judgment.
I've been killing Starrick's henchmen. What have you been doing? Let's ask Henry, shall we?
I have been repairing your mistakes. Too much haste is too little speed.
Don't you quote Father at me.
That's Plato. And I am sorry this doesn't involve anything you can destroy. Father was right, he never approved of your methods.
Father is dead!
Enough! I have just received word from my spies. At the Palace Ball tonight, Starrick plans to steal the Peace of Eden, and then eliminate all the heads of church and state.
Once more for old time's sake.
And then we're finished.
Agreed. So what's the plan?
Such an unexpected delight to visit you both.
What is the news on the street?
Mrs. Disraeli, we have discovered that there is something inside Buckingham Palace that could threaten the...
What my sister's failing to say is that we require entrance into the ball tonight.
Impossible! Even if there were any invitation cards remaining, which there are not, someone of your lowly station...
If that damn fool Gladstone is attending this evening, they can have my card.
Perfect. Then I'll go alone.
Mrs. Disraeli, if you would be kind enough to inform my darling brother of the location of the Gladstones' residence, perhaps he could use his considerable skills to commandeer their cards.
What fun! Did you hear that, Dizzy? We're going to pinch the Gladstones' invitations.
Thank you for volunteering me, sweet sister.
Oh, a pleasure, brother, dearest. Now, Mrs. Disraeli, if you would excuse me, I must visit with the Maharaja. It occurs to me that he may have a second set of plans to a certain vault.
That's one of his.
Nerve of Evie. Treating me like a child.
They put me in a mission already? Well, I can do that tomorrow.